Though, welcome to another episode of the M&B podcast. Today is an award show. We'll be giving out the awards from the just concluded Premier League 2022-2023 season, and as well we will be talking about latest transfer rumors. Let's go. First of all, I'm going to be talking about the signing of the season. There's a lot of nominees. Erling Haaland, fantastic. Where should I start from? The guy is amazing. 52 goals and counting. Most goals scored by a Premier League player in a single season. 36 goals, the most goals scored in a Premier League season, a 38 game season or a 42 game season. Most goals scored for a player in his debut season, 52 goals and counting. Best 36 goals and 8 assists. Honestly, I don't think you can beat that. For me, that has to be like the most impressive debut season in the Premier League history, and it's just fact. And it's going to take a lot of doing to break that record or to touch it. Winning the league, which everybody expected them to, contributed immensely to the success of the team. Like scored over 40% of the team's goals. It has been amazing. Like Kevin De Bruyne winning the Playmaker Award for the most assists. It has been amazing. Finally, Kevin De Bruyne has somebody that can convert his chances creation into assist. So like, it has been amazing. I don't think I can say more, or there's more superlatives that I can use to describe an Haaland season. So for sure, the Premier League player of the season, Premier League young player of the season, the first player to win both in a single season. People are mistaking the PFA for the Premier League. I expect him to also win the PFA Player of the Season and the PFA Young Player of the Season. Then my second nominees has to be Casemiro. Casemiro has been immense when he was signed. I remember there was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of noise that how could Manchester United spend £70 million on a 31-year-old midfielder that seems to be past his best in Real Madrid. But all in all, Casemiro has proved to be the best, if not one of the best defensive midfielder in the world. Step into the Manchester United team and just continue to offer them leadership on and off the pitch. Great goals, scored important goals for them in the Carabao Cup finals, big games against Chelsea home and away. Endless tackles, endless interceptions. Make sure Manchester United kept the most clean sheets, which in turn made David De Gea won the Golden Glove for this season. So he has been immense, fantastic signing. Led the Manchester United team in tackles and interceptions. Manchester United have a 70% win rate when he's playing. So you could see the level of impact he has handed in the team. Then also I have to talk about Palhinha as well. Palhinha has been immense. The similar kind of impact that Casemiro had on Manchester United, he had it on Fulham. Nobody expected big things from Fulham this season, but they have been exceptional as well, finishing in the top 10. They were never in the relegation battle throughout the whole season. They were just cruising through the season, picking up wins, picking up points as crucial points. Palhinha was so integral to all of this. Leads the league in tackles and interceptions. Lead all of Europe top 5 leagues in tackles. So what else can I say? An important player signed for minimal amount of money, and I'm expecting big teams, the top 6 teams, to come for him next season or this off season. I must say, he has been immense, fantastic player. So he has to be given a big shout out. And I have to talk about Saliba as well. Though this is not a new signing per se, but this is his first Premier League season. So you have to give him a big kudos, because he was immense for what Arsenal has done this season, to what they have achieved. I think Arsenal seems to collapse when he got injured. So that will show you the magnitude of how important he is for the Arsenal team. Great guy, quiet but fantastic leader on and off the pitch. Did his job. Arsenal had the third best defense in the league when he was playing, and they were top of the table with 5 points ahead of Manchester City when he was still playing before he got injured. So you can say that Arsenal bottled the league as soon as he got injured. So Saliba as well has to be given a big shout out. Then not forgetting Lisandro Martinez was also immense. There was a lot of talk about his height. There was a lot of jokes made about his height when Manchester United signed him, but it just proved like height is important. His level of positioning, his awareness, his agility, his tenacity has all been welcome in the Premier League. It has all been important in ensuring Manchester United had the best defense in the league. It was immense. Like I said, won the World Cup as well. Like his agility, his tenacity as well has been like immense, and I think nobody can clown him as well because everybody were tipping him at the beginning of the season to be one of the flops of the season. But for sure, he has stepped up, and I don't think nobody's laughing now. So now moving on, I have to talk about Enzo Fernandez as well. I have to be giving a big shout out. Came in January. I think it's rare in a league like England. It's rare for you to be the most expensive signing in British football history and not to get any criticism. I think Enzo Fernandez has proved that is doable. I don't think anybody has questioned the amount of money Chelsea paid for him because he has just fit into the Premier League team right from the jump. He's playing fantastic in a very bad team, so he's playing fantastically well. Creating chances, also having interceptions and tackles, and delivering quality long passes, delivering quality final balls. A lot of people might not see his impact right now because he played in a team that was not winning, a team that were having they were at their lowest. So honestly, I'm expecting big things from him next season, but we have to give him a big shout out. So for my winner for the signing of the season, it has to be Erling Haaland. Like you can't look past the 52 goals, you can't look past the 36 goals, you can't look past and he even won the league. So for sure, like the things he has done this season has been things that has never been done in the Premier League before. So coming from a young striker, so like you can't look past that. So my signing of the season has to be Erling Haaland, and I don't think anybody's going to be surprised by that. Moving on to, we have to talk about the goal of the season. There's been a lot of crackers this season. Recently, Ciso against Manchester City. We have the Erling Haaland overhead kick against Southampton. We've had some amazing strikes from Mohamed Salah. We've had some crazy goals from Marcus Rashford. We've had Belter from Doucouré. What an amazing goal. We have Matheus Nunes against Chelsea and Ciso against Chelsea. There's been a lot of crazy goals this season, but for me, I would go for the Ciso against Manchester City. What a fantastic, maybe because of recent bias, but what an amazing goal. Like the way he played the ball, the way he shot the ball, the angle at which the ball went into the top corner. I think it's just crazy, you know. I don't think anything topped that right into the top corner. I don't. If he tries to play that same shot like 100 times, I think 99% is going over the bar. That was a fantastic strike from over 35 yards. So fantastic goal. So I'm going to pick the Enciso as my goal of the season. But for sure, I have to give an honorable mention to Matheus Nunes' goal against Chelsea. That was crazy as well from right in the box, but right at the edge in the corner of the other side of the box. He has a similarity with the Marco van Basten goal. So for sure, like I have to. That's another goal that it's hard to do, and I rate it highly. So my goal of the season is going to be Enciso against Manchester City for sure. But honorable mention coming second has to be like Matheus Nunes against Liverpool. So my team of the season, I'll be giving out my team of the season. For me, it has to be David De Gea in goal. Yes, it was immense this season. Big shout out to David Raya as well. Yes, it was fantastic for Brentford. But I have to go with the Golden Glove winner, David De Gea. Had some ups and downs, some low moments, but all in all, it was a fantastic season from him. Won the Golden Glove, so David De Gea in goal. For me, at right back, it has to be. I know this is going to cause a bit of controversy, but for me, at right back, it has to be Kieran Trippier for what he has been able to do this season with Newcastle, being a leader on and off the pitch, getting assists, creating a lot of chances, keeping a lot of clean sheet as well, making sure Newcastle has one of the best defense in the league, and making sure they qualify for the Champions League, which nobody expected them to do. So for sure, Kieran Trippier is a right back for me. Then my true central back is going to be Ruben Diaz and Saliba. I think Saliba was immense this season. He has been immense, and he has been able to galvanize the Arsenal team, which the bedrock is on defense. So he has been able to like move the Arsenal trajectory from finishing fifth the last season to finishing second this season. So Saliba has been immense. For sure, he's going to be in my back four. And Ruben Diaz, of course, Manchester City won the league. Didn't start the season well, but he finished the season well. He was the leader for them. Performed at the highest level when they needed to, and the most important part of the season. So for sure, Ruben Diaz is in my back four. And in the left back position, I have to go for Nathan Ake. Underrated, but for me, after Erling Haaland, he has to be Manchester City's most important player this season. It was fantastic. Had a lot of battles against quality left backs. Had battles against quality wingers, right-footed wingers, left-footed wingers. Played all across the back for this season, but majorly on the left-sided left back position. So I have to give Nathan Ake is right in my team. Of course, in my midfield, my number 6, my defensive midfielder is going to be Rodri. What a fantastic season he had. Like, for me, he's the best defensive midfielder in the world. The way he controls the game, the way his level of control, passes, interceptions, tackles, it has been immense for sure. I think without Rodri in the midfield for Manchester City, they aren't winning the league. He has been amazing, and they are on the verge of winning the treble. And you can see like Rodri is so immense. Like, it was one of their most important player. So moving on to, like, I'm going to be using 2-8. Of course, Kevin De Bruyne has to be in the midfield. What can I say? Playmaker award winner for the third time. Assist creator, always winning, always making assist. Controlling the tempo of the game, so important. One of the most important players for Manchester City, for sure. Like, I think a lot has been said about his weight of passes, but people forget to talk about his work rate as well. Not just creating passes or making assists, but his work rate, his determination, his drive to bring his players forward. And his partner in midfield for me has to be Odegaard for me. If Erling Haaland didn't play this season or wasn't a Premier League player this season, for me, Martin Odegaard, or if Arsenal had won the league, for me, Martin Odegaard would have been my player of the season. Fantastic player, had a good season, fantastic captain, had a very good season, 15 goals, 7 assists in the league. What else do you expect from, what more do you want from a midfield player? Drove his team forward, scored crucial goals home and away. Drove the team forward, immense player, and I'm expecting bigger things from him next season. So on the left of my attack, I am going to be going, let me go to the right first. I'm going to Bukayo Saka on the right for me. What a fantastic player. I have no words to even describe him. Immense player, similar to Odegaard, kept on driving the team forward, kept on chipping in with goals and assists, and creating a lot of chances for his players. Immense player, very important, and the Arsenal players are going to be happy that he just signed a new contract extension. I'll be keeping him at Arsenal for another 4 years. So Arsenal players will be so, Arsenal fans and the players at large are going to be so excited about the news. Fantastic player, fantastic season he had, double digits in goals, double digits in assists. What else can you ask from him? And the only player to feature in all 38 games for Arsenal this season. So moving on to my left, you have to give it to Marcus Rashford. He was a player that everybody felt like he had passed his best. He has burnt out. But this season he showed, I mean, right after the World Cup, he showed like he still had it. He's still a fantastic player. Scored a lot of goals, 17 goals in the league, 5 assists. Scored a lot of goals. Big goals in important games. Carabao Cup, scored in the Carabao Cup final. Still have the FA Cup final to look forward to. Manchester United finishing in the 3rd position. So all in all, it has been a fantastic season for him, and it's so hard to say, but my team, I have to put in Haaland. It's so bad that Harry Kane doesn't get into my team, which is so sad, because he is the only player to score 26 goals in the Premier League season. And it's so bad that he can't get into the team because there is another monster that scored 36 goals in this season, something that has never been done before. But shout out to Harry Kane for scoring 30 goals in a single Premier. I think he would have won the Golden Boot in maybe like all seasons but 2 in the last 17 or 18 Premier League season, except from the Salah season and this season per se. He scored 30 goals in a bad Tottenham Hotspur team. Scored in 26 different matches. He has been amazing. I think without Harry Kane goals this season, Tottenham had finished in the bottom half with Chelsea as well. So he has been the only shining star or the only sparking light that Tottenham has had this season. You know, on the second thought, I think I'm scrapping Marcus Rashford off my team. I'm putting Harry Kane. Harry Kane has to be in the team. 30 goals, you can't see him out of the team. So, like, sorry Marcus Rashford, but Harry Kane get into my team. And Erling Haaland has to also get into the team for sure. Like 36 goals. So like that's my team. So let me give you a quick rundown. De Gea in goal, Trippier right back, Diaz and Saliba, Nathan Ake, Rodri, De Bruyne, Odegaard, Kane, Haaland and Saka. Rashford just missing out. Then to my manager of the season, for me, based on the job he has done, he has to be Eddie Howe. Nobody expected Newcastle to be in the third, to finish in the third position, to finish in the fourth position to qualify for the Champions League. Nobody expected Newcastle to achieve that this season without even spending a lot of money, because everybody was expecting a wholesale of changes for them in terms of player acquisition. But still, with the players that he had, he improved them and they finished in the Champions League position. So kudos to Eddie Howe, had the players scoring goals, kept a lot of clean sheets. I think until the end of the season, they were having the best defense in the league until like the final part of the season, where they just let go and relaxed a bit. All in all, it's been a fantastic season. I think there's a lot of candidates for the manager of the season, like I have said in my previous videos. But for sure, for me, Eddie Howe is going to, for sure, Eddie Howe is my manager of the season based on what he has done to galvanize the team. He has changed the fortune of Newcastle. Newcastle United, it was a team that was one of the top most toxic teams in the Premier League, but now he has changed their tempo. The fans are happy. Everybody seems to be excited for Newcastle. They are one of the most loved teams in the Premier League right now. So you have to give a big shout out to Eddie Howe for the job he has been able to do. For me, my flop of the season has to be the Chelsea team generally. Signed a lot of players that didn't perform, that didn't live up to the expectation. There was a lot of expectation on Raheem Sterling moving to Chelsea. A lot of expectation on Koulibaly fitting into the central back position for Chelsea. There was a lot of expectations on most of their players, Mikhailo Mudryk. There was a lot of expectations on Chelsea signing, spent £600 million on players, and couldn't get those players to perform and couldn't get those players to give their all. So for sure, you have to say Chelsea team, of course, for me, is the flop of the season. And like, I don't think anybody comes close because of the season they've had, the worst season they've had in their history in the Premier League. So for sure, my flop of the season has to be Chelsea.